Hello and welcome to another episode of Ankle Sore and our review of Round 5 Gather Round. Gather Round's wrapped up for another year, and what a ride it was. We witnessed a potential game of the season. Two teams clawed their way back from the absolute brink. And you know what? The so-called cellar dwellers once again proved they're just that, cellar dwellers. Buckle up because we're unpacking all of that and a whole lot more on this episode of Ankle Sore. So if you're enjoying the channel, please smash that like button, and if you're not already subscribed, smash that button too. We're building a great community and we'd love for all of you to join us. And don't forget to hit that bell icon so you get notified when a new episode drops. Thursday night, let's get stuck into it.
Stop. You want to talk before you get into
It's not
this?
even your turn.
Before you get into this gather round, please.
Really?
Did you bring out the nail polish and the barbecue? Oh, did you do all that?
Come on, mate.
Oh, don't tackle him too hard. It's a community. We're in a community in Adelaide. Mate, good on him, Jack Higgins. Good on him for coming out and saying Adelaide. I couldn't care less. I'm not even going to go to Adelaide.
It was good though, Jack Higgins. It was good.
I'm not even going to go to Adelaide. Not even going to WA. I'm not
So
even going to any state.
It's the concept.
Yeah, please.
Why?
Yeah,
It's
like
GWS
good.
is meant to play GWS. You play it there. Adelaide's meant to play Geelong at Adelaide. Play it there. What is this rubbish? Look like I was watching Hanson Reserve and then East Keilor. What's East Keilor's ground? What is it? What's it called?
Overland Reserve.
Overland Reserve. Give me a spell, please.
So you didn't
Please,
like
Not a
Lemon-
fan of it.
not a fan of Barossa Valley?
Please. Barossa Valley.
Barossa Park?
It was lovely.
You know what it was like I was watching? It was like I was waiting for someone to give me a call. Go, hey, we're at the park having a kick. Do you want to come?
like a
Please.
butcher's picnic in
Yeah,
the 80s.
yeah.
So
You know what? I'm going to get smashed on the comments for this.
You
and that's
will
fine.
get absolutely smashed.
Don't like it. Didn't like it from day one. You know that. I'm
Yeah,
not just
yeah,
making
yeah.
this up, by the way.
Yeah, no.
Right? It can be played anywhere. Nothing to do with Adelaide. I actually like Adelaide when I've been a couple of times. It's quite nice. But please, play the games where they're meant to be. What a three-ring circus. That's what it is. Anyway.
I actually thought we should go next year.
That's what I was thinking, but I'm petrified to ask now.
You're
Dear.
not going.
Yeah.
You and I are going.
Ken said we're not going. We're not going.
Yeah,
Mate.
Ken, that's it.
By all means. Go talk. Let's talk footy.
Okay, well,
Okay.
I'm speechless.
Let's get onto the games.
Adelaide Oval, I'll say that again.
Yeah.
Why are you
I'm
nervous?
a
we're
bit
nervous.
shaking, I'm
We're
nervous.
scared. That was a scathing.
Stumbling.
Adelaide 15-100, game of the year. Geelong 18-11, 119. Adelaide were, can you give me a margin here? What?
19 points. Oh, well, they were in front.
30.
Yeah.
Oh, 5 goals.
5
at
goals
least,
up. Yeah,
it was
he's
at
right.
least
Third
5
quarter.
goals.
Yep.
Third
Or the
second
second.
quarter?
It was
I
the
don't know,
second. It was the second.
Yeah, it wasn't the
Ish.
third. It was the second quarter late. I think they were 5 goals up. But anyway, he was going to, because he loves his Crows.
And his cats.
Oh, yeah, but Crows more.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. There's a stat that I've been telling you for years, and you brought it up, and I didn't think.
You finally remembered it.
Go on, you can tell
No,
everyone.
I want
What's
you.
that?
'cause-
So I used to say to him years ago, right? He'd say to me, "This is before the channel. This is before it was even a thought, right?" And you go, "Oh, who do you reckon wins this week?" I said, "Can you really see Brisbane or Geelong
The
losing
headline
3
the
in
next
a row?
day,
You know,
yeah.
being second last or whatever. Can you
Fair
see
point.
losing 3 in a row?"
Can the headline,
Can the headline be like Geelong lose 3 in a
Can
row?
you see that headline happening?
No. And when it happened, I'm like, of course Geelong were going to win, you know? Seriously.
That's a fair point.
Like,
Yeah,
it
I
They have
see
to do
what
a
you're
little
saying.
bit to actually win it.
Yeah, but they don't lose 3 in a row very often, right?
It doesn't
So-
always work that way, I know,
No,
but that's
but
a fair
no.
analogy. I can
but,
understand
like,
what you're saying.
My thought process is like, can you really see Geelong losing 3 in a row and Adelaide the world beaters?
But none of us tipped them.
No, we didn't.
No, and we were told about that in no uncertain terms too.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but Adelaide still kicked 100 points and lost. Like, give me
That's
that
right.
any day of the week. That was a great game of footy.
Was.
Agree.
Best
Yeah, it
one I've
was.
seen all year, you know?
Yeah.
So, play Dangerfield. How's
Mate.
he going?
Well,
He's unstoppable when he's fit. You know what I mean? Like
he's fit now this year.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I mean. Like, you know,
You got to play him. You got to
Yeah,
leave
forward.
him forward.
He's a
Mate.
forward.
There's no more
Forward,
midfield.
yeah.
Maybe 5 minutes. That's all.
but we forget how much of a champion he was in his heyday.
Yeah, I agree.
Like
true,
he was
true.
doing that 15 weeks of the
I
year. and
undersold
now he's
him.
only doing it 5 times. Like we'll get a couple
Yeah.
more performances like that this
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
But the champions. They've still got it.
Yeah.
You know what I
That's true.
realised with him? I know he's a hard matchup, obviously, but when the ball hits the ground for a bloke that big, mate,
Works hard,
bye-bye,
doesn't
see,
he?
Jack.
Yeah.
If you've got a big bloke on him, mate, he's going to get the ball and
Yeah.
run away.
What about his smother to allow Cameron
Mate,
to kick
he's
the goal?
good, wasn't it?
Cameron was
Changed
good
the game.
too.
That
Changed
changed-
the
yeah,
game.
he
The
woke
blokes
up in the
turned
second
back
half.
the clock big time.
It's
mate.
just all about consistency
So
with him
it is
in big moments. And he's always been there to...
He's a moments player. If you expect him to get 30 touches, it's not happening.
Talk
Not
about
anymore. He used
consistency.
to.
Nah.
Talk
I
about
know, but he's
consistency.
35.
Consistency.
Yeah.
Why does Tom Stewart never play Adelaide games?
Because he's got gastro every time he goes up there. Food's
Three
no good.
times in a row.
I know what
going?
it is.
Wrong hotel,
I know
mate.
what it is. The Villiers pies.
It's Villiers Pies.
It's got to be that. Sorry,
Well, he's
Villiers,
all-
but
he
they're,
never
they're
plays
really
in Adelaide.
nice. I don't know.
You notice that?
Mate, if they were playing it up the side, it'd be all right, because Paddy's, he'd be smashing them
Oh,
down.
Paddy's Pies. You
They're
love the
the
Paddy's
greatest,
Pies.
I just want to leave with this statement, and it's a statement. How good are Geelong at getting players? Bailey Smith, seriously?
Mate, he's
good,
smashed
wasn't
them.
he?
How good is he
Killed them,
going?
mate.
He was good, wasn't he?
They wanted him a year ago, and they got him because they knew what they were getting, and he'll play well for us because he plays their system. Mate, that's
Every year they bring
We've
someone.
Brilliant
spoken. I've said. We've all said this. We all know this. Geelong will say, mate, you want to come and play for this club? We're
Yeah.
successful with this, with that, but we can't pay you $6 million.
That's right.
They keep their players
They tell
because
them. Yeah.
it's. When I say even across the board, of course it's not even.
There's better. Yeah,
Of course, but what I'm saying is, they'll say we'll give you a reasonable amount, enough, but we're not going to overpay someone. We play as a team,
Yeah.
and that's the way we strive in our contracts.
Yep.
Mate, I've got to give Chris Cockwell credit probably. Smart in the way he's gone into that game thinking, belief, we can win. They're 5 goals down, he still found a way.
They're the two best defenders out. Tom Stewart
right.
and Jack Henry.
Yeah,
I
amazing.
thought Atkins was good too.
Yeah, he was pretty good. He was pretty good.
I think the Crows are going all right.
they're going
At the end
well.
of the
I
day,
mean,
like,
that's-
how good was Keys again?
Yeah.
It was great.
It's a great win.
Isaac,
Hinge
Sir Isaac.
down back had a few scary moments.
Oh, he cost them the game.
I didn't think
didn't he?
Isaac was that. He was,
I reckon
Oh,
he
he
was
was,
good.
he
I
was
reckon he
not
was-
right,
Nah.
was he?
No, he's not
But he's still-
100%.
Considering he played well. Like,
Let's
he
move
played
on. We
great.
always talk
Yeah.
about the first
First
game,
game,
too
7
long.
minutes into the first game. Yeah.
So Friday night, 7:40, also at Adelaide Oval. Collingwood 16-13, 109 defeated Sydney 12-678. I'll
Go
put my
the
hand up.
Magpies. Go the Pies.
I picked Sydney,
We tried
and
to
that's
tell
a
you.
very stupid
We
thing
tried,
to have done.
they cannot score. There you go, 12, 6,
31
78.
points, and on top of that, 11 more shots.
Yeah.
Mm.
They just whacked them. And you were right.
Too good.
Sydney played an ordinary opposition last week.
Again,
Yeah.
any team,
And you were right, they can't score.
They can't
Well,
score,
Why did I
yeah.
pick?
I don't know.
Why did I pick Sydney?
they played sheer incompetence the week before Sydney. They came and played a side that from the minute that ball gets bounced, mate, you're not getting any easy kicks.
Yep.
You're not getting any easy possessions.
Yep.
And the way they structure up, Sydney weren't just ambling out of their back line. Couldn't find targets
Yep.
half the time.
Good to see Amadi did a hamstring, too hard for him.
Yeah, good on him.
Talk about
He
champions-
He cost me a same game multi. Mate, you joking?
So you jumped on his bandwagon too early.
For one goal, mate. I've got all my legs.
Talk
except
about
him.
champions. Still side bottom, 34 positions was sensational.
Tremendous. Dacos again. Dacos, both Dacoses again.
Yep.
Decoy, yeah.
Mate, Darcy Moore's back to his
Yeah, he's back to his
He's
intercepting
intercepting.
best.
close to
Intercepting
back to his
best.
best.
Collingwood are dangerous. Remember they had 3
Telling
players
ya.
out that
So
were
no
in their best
Degoe,
23.
No
Schultz.
and
And
who's-
Houston,
and
mate,
no
the best,
Houston.
probably the best of all of them.
No worries.
It's
I'm telling you, mate,
pretty-
they're going to be
pretty
right there.
interesting.
And you argued early on.
No.
we didn't.
No, you didn't. He
No,
saw
I
it.
did. He did.
You weren't really
I said they
comfortable.
had an
Convinced,
off-season
but I'm-
last year. I think.
I'm getting there now.
Okay.
Mate.
I wanted to see what I saw.
Yeah, and you saw it.
And just quickly, what's Sydney thoughts? Like, am I right? They're just okay. They're good. They're a good side. But they're not going to be able to match it with Geelong, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Collingwood,
they're going to lose to all the top
GWS,
six sides.
they can't match
They're
it.
going to
struggle to
bully
play
the bottom
finals.
6 sides.
Mate, probably.
And then it'll be 50-50 with the
Yeah, they'll
middle
struggle to
6
play
sides
finals.
around
Like
them.
they'll be right on the board.
They'll look like millionaires against your Melbourne's, North.
That's right.
You know, those sides.
That's right.
That's not good enough.
No.
But anyway.
Saturday at Barossa Park. That was at 12:30 in 35-degree heat. Just have another crack. The heat.
Are they serious? One where they played it.
35 degrees. It was a beautiful ground to play at.
No, I'm talking about the surrounding. Hang on, mate. Just can you get me a duper duper while you're at the shop and then come back? You know, you're playing at the park. Give me a spell, AFL. A spell. Use a crackers,
We need
mate.
20-cent pieces for the barbecue.
Yeah.
Oh, imagine that. Eh?
All right, mate, clean the barbecue before you cook on it, the grease. Give me
Let
a
us
spell.
know if you went to this game, just out of curiosity.
Well, I know
'cause
people that went. They enjoyed it.
One of the 10,000.
9,000,
9,000.
yeah.
I'm glad they enjoyed
They
it.
only fit 9,000 in there.
So, did you say the score?
North Melbourne 13-11-89 lost to the Peach side because they wore peach.
They did.
Peach
didn't
or
they?
They were 12-15, 21-15, 141. They were the worst Guernseys I have ever seen.
St.
And
Kilda's
they-
great.
they made their opposition look like the worst opposition they've
Yeah.
played against.
They were horrible, those Guernseys.
No, they
Don't
weren't.
wear them again, Gold Coast. Don't ever wear them again. St Kilda, you're not far behind this
Oh, they were
weekend. They were
horrendous.
awful as well.
What? I don't know what they were.
Anyway, I'm not going to go on about
No, Club Corner. Watch Club Corner. I think
Barossa
it's gonna
Park.
be a
I'm not
good
going to
one.
go Barossa
North
Park.
Melbourne,
North Melbourne.
Is he going to come? Oh, my
Hang
Lord.
on, can I say more?
No. I mean, if I told him, no, they're all right. They're all right.
They're good.
No, they're all right. They're good. Yeah, go on. Go.
You know what I'm staggered about? I'm staggered, right? In the third quarter, they're only in front. North
Yeah.
Melbourne. They were in front.
1 point.
10 points up.
10 points up.
Or
They
nine,
lost by,
10 points, whatever.
what? 10
52 points.
What happened in that last...
10 goal turnaround in a quarter and a
No, I'm
half.
Yeah, in
staggered.
30, 45 minutes
I-
of playing. No, 35 minutes of playing time.
Because he's going, I told you, 10-goal loss. Okay. No, because they started to come back, right? And I was just like, they're in front of you. Like, what's this?
Text me, get up 10 points up. You got no. I'll go, we'll lose by 10 goals.
What do you want me to say? Okay, so what am I going to say?
You know, Albert Einstein's got nothing on me, mate.
Albert Einstein.
When it comes to North.
Nothing.
How many, if he said last week North took 11 steps backwards, so how many further back did they take?
No,
Or
they didn't take- no,
Did they
they
gain
said-
any more steps?
Oh, they probably gained one because they kicked a score, right?
Can't
They
be-
usually don't kick a score
Can't
and
be
lose.
capitulating like they did.
My Lord.
As per
But
usual.
give me 2.5 quarters rather than half a quarter they played last week. You know what I mean? Like, so one step, one out of the 11, so they've
Yeah.
still got 10 to go. But anyway, watch Club Corner
Yeah,
because I
please
think it's
do.
going to be explosive, this one.
Well, this opening wasn't explosive with... You can't say anything about Gather Round, okay?
No,
Club
no,
Corner.
No, I'm not wasting
no,
my time on
no,
that round.
no, no.
Saturday-
Next year I'm going to the Himalayas. I don't want to even watch
They
it.
could have Gather Round in the Himalayas.
No.
No, they
If
can't.
they have it there, I won't go there. I was going to
You
go
didn't
there.
go to Adelaide. Why would you go to the Himalayas?
No, I'll go to the Himalayas so I don't have to watch it.
Played in Hong Kong.
Oh, I'll go.
Yeah, he'll go.
I'll go.
Saturday, Adelaide Oval. That was a 120 game. Carlton 17-19, 121. Defeated West Coast 6-14, 50. I said 75 points.
I said 10 goals thereabouts.
So it was 71 points.
Mate, it was...
What did you say? 100.
No,
No, he said 10 goals plus.
I said they'll win easy.
What an
like
ugly
this.
game. But
No,
they got what they did what they had to do.
That's what they've been saying on the media. You know, it's just a soft kill. That's what
Oh,
they
it is.
needed.
Well-
This and that. Fair enough.
Well,
Fair
Carlton's won 3 out of the 17, and they've beaten West Coast
Okay.
twice and North once.
Forget about Carlton. Club Corner for you. It's
Oh,
out.
yeah,
it's already
it's
out.
Up there, I'll put it
Tell
up
me
there.
what you told me today about West Coast in those words.
Oh, the worst side I've seen in the last 15 years.
Oh, I
they-
probably nearly agree.
Yeah, you agree.
Uncompetitive.
Just
So they've
about.
past the North Melbourne.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Uncompetitive.
so.
Uncompetitive.
I think so.
Like, the lowest recorded contested possession game by any side since Champion Data's been involved. How long has Champion Data been around? At least
Late
20 odd years.
mid-90s. Yeah.
So 25 years. The lowest contested ball side ever.
David King was scathing on that. Did you hear him?
That's
He was.
bad.
He goes, "That's
That's bad.
ridiculous."
'Cause
Because
that's-
that's. Lloydie said the same thing today. He goes, "VFL standard. It's not even AFL standard."
But that's not even talent. That's just the will to play, right?
not good.
Now, here's the only problem I've got with West Coast. I don't know if it's the club or the coach, but if you want to drop Tim Kelly, right, I don't care if he doesn't get any kicks. But you're going to drop Tim Kelly, yet Harley Reid gives away 8 free kicks in a game
My
that they
Lord.
could have won against Brisbane,
Yep.
and you just pay him on the back. That's the problem with West Coast.
I know.
boys.
What about Oscar Allen? Pretty much saying, "I'm
Yeah.
gone," but you keep playing him. Did you see his body language? You would have watched.
But not just
What
that, he
about-
didn't get a touch. He had one kick.
How was his
last
body
2 weeks
language?
ago.
How was his body
it's
language?
terrible.
What about a fact in the media that Don Pike, the footy manager, said to Oscar Allen, "We think you should be stepping down as
Yeah.
captaincy," and he said no.
No,
and
the-
that's the end of the story.
And the players said no. We want him as captain.
That's
Okay.
all right. So,
So
who's
that's
wagging the?
Oh,
what's that
that's-
saying?
Who's
The tail wags the
tail-
dog, or
yeah,
the dog
that's-
wags the
So
tail?
he's had his Carlton.
yeah? No
I'm
problem.
just going.
Anyway.
I didn't watch a lot of this game because that other stupid club that we follow
You're still
was playing at the same
cleaning-
time.
yeah.
So what I saw, I did
stupid
watch
club.
back some of the like highlights, minis, and whatever. Mate, West Coast, seriously, all jokes aside, non-competitive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kick the first goal, whoopie do. That's
Told about
non-competitive.
25,000 people.
Non-competitive. Body language of 3/4 of that team's disgusting. No running back the other way. Carlton were doing as they like. Actually, someone mentioned Carlton didn't even play that well
No, I don't think they.
and
did.
won by 70.
And
Imagine they were
McCoy got
serious.
concussion early.
And McKay's out again. Have you run into someone? You know what it looked like?
Shouldn't be laughing,
I watched it. No, I shouldn't be laughing.
Nah, it's-
But who was it? Larry and Curly or Mo and Curly? Who was it, mate? Seriously. And how stiff Paul Blake and I. My heart goes out to him, mate, because I like that guy. Campy's good.
Can't be.
Mate,
Yeah,
he's done. He's
Achilles
done.
looks
He's
like
done.
he's in trouble.
He's
Yeah.
done.
Righto.
Righto, no more.
Oh, we're moving on.
Yeah, I've had
Right
enough
on.
of that game.
Okay.
The cricket pitch game. Bowling googlies and off spin.
the corridor. An absolute corridor of a ground. 109 metres wide.
10.
110.
110 because
Saturday, Norwood Oval, 4:15. Western Bulldogs, 14-13-97. Brisbane, 18-10, 118. It was a massive comeback by Brisbane. 39 points down.
Before you start on that, just say something about the ground. That makes Geelong look like Wembley.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it does.
Yeah, it's narrower than
does.
Geelong.
My goodness. Anyway.
But it's longer, isn't it? It's
I think
longer
so.
but narrower.
Amazing to watch. Straight boundary lines.
Mate,
Geelong's not straight boundary
mate, you
lines.
watching
a bit
A
about
little
10
bit,
metres
yeah,
it is because
yeah.
I always look out for it.
Mate, that's weird. Anyway.
A Brisbane unstoppable. That's all I'm going to
Corner
ask you the
kicks.
question.
Are Brisbane unstoppable? Okay.
Like
So-
they just when they need to win a game, they just win.
So they are 5-zip. No Brisbane Lions side's ever been 5-zip, even in their premiership years. No Brisbane Bears side's done it.
Yeah.
And the last time, because they merged the stats of Fitzroy, Brisbane Bears, and
Yeah.
Brisbane,
Yep.
was Fitzroy of 1948.
That was a long time
Well-
ago. Chicken Smallhorn played, did he?
He probably
Chicken
did.
Smallhorn and what's his name? Hayden Button
Hayden
Jr.
Button-
was
No, he was senior by then, wasn't
Oh, was he
he?
senior
What was
maybe?
Chicken Smallhorn's name?
Wilfred.
Was it Wilfred?
Wilfred?
What
Pretty
was
sure it
chicken?
was-
Did he have chickens in the pen?
I don't know.
Probably.
Everyone had chickens then.
That's true. He probably was a chicken farmer.
Fitzroy, mate. In
Yeah, tell me
Fitzroy,
what a
they
I think
had
it
chicken-
was
Would have been
Wilfred Smallhorn. Or...
Was it Wilfred Chicken,
Chicken
Small?
Small.
I'm pretty sure that...
Did he win a Brownlow?
just-
No, he didn't win a Brownlow. No, he didn't win a Brownlow.
Yeah, Chicken
No.
Smallhorn didn't
Could you
win
imagine
one.
on Brownlow night? And I like to
Chicken
the Brownlow medalist for 1945, Wilfred Chicken Smallhorn, Cookle Doodle Doo. Are you serious?
You didn't do it in the 40s accent, though.
No.
No, you
And the
can't.
winner of the 1945 Brownlow medal is William Chicken Smallhorn.
William.
Will Cook-a-doodle-doo. Good on you, William. Well done. Give me a spell. Norwood Oval. Anyway.
You just go for a little bit.
Have you said the score?
I have.
You have?
Yeah, I've lost you.
So
Lost your way.
Brisbane were 30. Footscray.
Can I? No, also, I'm going to be serious for a second. My new
Really?
favourite player, a superstar, Ashcroft. Oh dear, I know he's been.
Will?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
They're both guns.
no, they're both going. Will Ashcroft, you
doesn't
are
make
a
mistakes.
superstar. Not even gonna be. You are.
What?
Oh, he's a beautiful footballer, mate.
He's,
He's already won Norm Smith. Like, that says it right there.
Mate.
He missed half the season.
Yeah.
And won the Norm Smith medal.
I'll
That's
own
a
up.
superstar.
I'll own up.
and the Dogs are 2 and 4, and they messed this one up, didn't they?
Unlucky. They've been good, the Dogs.
They were good. They got a lot of outs.
They
Yeah,
were
they're
good,
still-
but they're
mate.
2 and 4 now.
I know.
They
but
probably would have thought they would have been okay.
I reckon if they snagged one more,
Yeah,
they
3
would have
and
been
3.
wrapped with that, right? Because
Because
let's
they beat
be honest,
North, they beat Carlton. They probably should have won this game.
Yeah, but you
they could have
can't.
beaten Collingwood. They lost by a
should have
goal.
beaten
Yeah, no, I'm
Collingwood.
just saying, one more.
Brisbane's on board brigade is.
Oh, too
It's
good.
unbeatable.
But when
he put up full
he
one
went-
kick in
he went berserk.
Yeah, one kick in
Every kid was gone berserk.
one kick in
what's
the
that?
first half.
what's that ad?
Bruce Dool.
Bruce Dorn, I took his head
No,
back.
no,
Oh,
the
Ken
ad.
Bruce.
Ken Bruce.
Oh, yeah.
Ken Bruce has gone mad. Ken Bruce has gone mad.
Ken Bruce has gone completely mad!
He's gone like this. He's gone mad. Remember he's
Ken Bruce
swinging
got
on
mad.
his
Ken
chair.
Bruce got mad.
How could
with
they
a
have
parrot on his shoulder.
How could they? He had a straight jacket on.
Ken Bruce
things have
has gone
changed.
completely mad.
What was he selling? Oh, Toyota.
No,
he
furniture.
Who's
No,
Ken Morgan?
white goods. White
White
goods,
goods, was it?
And brown goods.
I thought it was Ken Morgan. Was
Nah, Ken
That's
Morgan's
Ken
Toyota. That was
Morgan's
Don
Toyota.
Lane show on the
Yeah,
wheel.
and Hey Hey.
And
Say
Hey Hey,
Hey.
so they.
Correct. Oh,
They
we're
could
going-
not
we're-
do a
we're
commercial
gone.
today
No.
on that. Could you
Oh,
imagine?
You got to see some. No, I won't say.
I don't
Some
even
of the
know.
old
Can you post
commercials.
that commercial? Or would you be even allowed?
Yeah,
to
we'll
post
try. We'll
that?
try and put it up so you can
Anyway,
see.
See if it gets knocked back.
Before you finish this game, you finished with this game, sort of?
Yep.
Yeah, pretty
I
much.
just want to say one thing. You know how much I love Dacos, Nick. Oh, both of them, but Nick. I think Ashcroft's better.
Oh, wow.
I think
Could
Ashcroft's
be.
better.
He could be.
Collingwood supporters, please don't lambast me because I love Dacos, but I just...
Be moving on. He thinks Ashcroft's better. You've had a big one. You've had a big one, big show.
He's something special, that kid.
Moving
You
on.
know that. Okay, fair enough.
Saturday night, Adelaide Oval, 7:35. Melbourne 8-9-57. Essendon 15-6-96. Essendon got the chocolates.
Are they all right or what? Putting this game on a Saturday night?
Nah.
Oh, well, they weren't to
Well,
know.
that leads me to this. You know what I was watching after half time? Reruns of Cop Shop.
Cop shop.
JJ, mate, he's a genius, mate. He was all over Paula Duncan.
Who's JJ?
He railroaded you and you let him. Why?
He was the copper.
Not the blonde guy.
Nah, the
The
other one.
darker head
Yeah,
bloke.
I know you're talking.
Yeah, he was all over Paula
always
Duncan.
angry.
Like a chief. Yeah, he was angry.
Gotcha.
Like a
What
chief
about
student.
Roy?
Roy Baker. No,
Roy
he,
Baker?
Yeah, he was Reeves that played for Fitzroy North. Anyway.
You said how would they to know? They didn't play finals, these two sides.
I
Why,
know.
why would you put...
Nah, that's
Two
I agree with
non-finalists
you.
on
Yeah,
it.
I said,
probably.
what's that? Saturday night? Are you joking?
So,
Yeah.
so I'm sure the AFL's got some sort of a system where they go, okay, fan base, number one. Okay, Essendon maybe, right? Melbourne no. In Adelaide, we're talking about Adelaide.
Yeah.
Essendon probably have a big, decent fan
sure.
base.
Yep.
Melbourne wouldn't, right? Then you go, okay, later positions, do they play finals? No. How do you come up with them at the Adelaide Oval of all
Well, the
things?
crowd was still 45,000.
It was.
Yeah, because, again, it's gather around and people just go, right?
But-
The Saturday night game's a tough one because people get there for Thursday and Friday, and they probably go to wineries on Saturday, and they probably skip that game and then
Maybe.
reload and go on
Oh,
Sunday.
but the other side, the other side of it might be, let's just go to this. We've been to wine, had a few. Let's go to the footy anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Had a few.
Right.
Yeah.
So 45,000 went. What about the 150,000 want to watch it at home? Put
Yeah, it was a
decent
poor
on.
game, and Melbourne were cooked early. And
Can I?
That's a marquee time.
Essendon
mate,
did what they had to
7:45
do.
Sunday.
Talking about the game, just is Essendon okay, or is Melbourne just that incompetent?
It's Melbourne.
Are they,
It says a bit
are
about
they the
Melbourne.
most incompetent? I've never seen
Yeah,
their forward line is non-existent.
You talk about West Coast, Melbourne's dead set second last.
Petrarca
Yeah,
doesn't
second
want to be
last,
there.
yeah.
Pickett doesn't
Petrarca
want to
can't
be
kick
there.
the ball.
What's
He can't
going
kick the
on?
ball.
He just doesn't want to be
What
there.
about, did you see the knee he got in his back?
And
Yeah,
I
I
thought,
thought-
here we go
And
again.
you could see he
that
was
was bad.
panicking, and then I think he's
Oh.
realised, I've only been
I'm
winded.
okay, yeah,
I've been winded.
yeah.
He
As
you
you
could
would
see the
panic,
panic in
mate.
his eyes.
Yeah.
Mate,
Go on.
Pickett, like, what's going on with him?
Oh,
Like,
he's going to Fremantle.
he had a crack, but he doesn't want to be there. He's not killing himself.
Look, I said it last week. They don't want to be there. Of course, they're not. They're going to try because they're out there, right? But I like what Essendon's doing, playing the kids. I like
Yep.
it.
Yeah,
They're going
credit to
okay
them.
considering what they're doing, right?
Disappointing Brian did his knee.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, he's
I don't know how bad is it.
No, he's gone.
Ah, what a
ACL.
shame.
Yeah, he was going all right. But anyway, I just.
Well, I don't
like-
mind how Essendon's going about it. They're
I
not
like
going to
it.
beat
Your mate Caddy?
Yeah, he's getting better.
You're right.
Well,
I was watching that and going, he doesn't take any
Yeah,
marks.
that was.
took a
Was it
couple
you?
last night. He was him.
No, but he
He
gets.
doesn't.
He gets to
yeah,
a
he
lot.
gets to the right
He
spots.
doesn't take them.
Kako?
Having
He's
said
okay
that-
again?
He's okay.
Having
He's
said
a
that, he had-
smart player. I
He
like
had
him.
Stephen May
Yeah,
on
I
his
know,
back shoulder.
But he's that
Not all the
athletic,
time.
right? No, not all
No.
the time.
No, Stephen May's another one languishing behind in contest.
He's had his,
Yeah.
his time.
He's had his time. Look, that's what I'm questioning. Is it Melbourne's incompetence or is it an okay? Or what's the
It's-
go?
it's-
This is
okay.
exactly.
I
This is
think they're
exactly
okay.
what
Can't play
Essendon should
final,
have
they
done.
can't.
No, they can't
they
play
won't
final.
beat anyone above them.
but
They'll
they're
beat
not-
teams around
yeah.
them and lower than them.
But I
Bit
don't
like
think-
Sydney.
Okay.
I don't think they're there to play finals. I think they're just building. They're getting more games to the kids.
But I'll
right?
give them credit. They shut the, saying as Melbourne's forward line is as bad as it is, they did shut it through the middle. Essendon were really good.
Yeah,
Merritt's
Merritt-
an absolute superstar.
He's won the
Yeah.
Brownlow already.
Durham
He's
he's
an
was
absolute-
good.
absolute superstar. He's a genius.
Menzies had a crack up forward.
But even Hobbs, right? He
yeah,
came in
okay.
and Caldwell was out and Hobbs took
Yeah.
the reins.
But
I
even
think
that
it's great.
Al-Hawi, is that how you pronounce
El-Houli.
it? El-Houli, whatever.
Yeah.
Bit of run.
Mate, he's got
It's
some
good.
smarts. That kid, I was watching him. I'm like, gets out of traffic,
Yeah.
doesn't panic. They've got a good one there. And I'm not Kevin Sheen.
Kevin-
They've got a good one there.
Got
Oh,
themselves
they're
a
all
good
good
one.
ones.
Guys, a good one this one.
So, yeah, not
Okay.
much else to say, really.
Sunday, we're back at Barossa Park. We were this afternoon at 12:35 again, 34 degrees. Richmond 7-5-47, lost to Fremantle 16-12, 108. That was Richmond's half-time score.
You know, for 25
Yeah,
minutes,
close
I actually
too.
thought I was going to be right because they were looking all right, Richmond.
Yeah.
I tipped them and I said they might upset them.
You did.
I was absolutely out
Tried
of
to
my
tell
mind.
you,
But
they're-
I think Richmond kicked one goal in the second half.
yeah, one goal.
Yeah, 1 goal to, I don't know if it was 8 or something like that.
Yep.
10, I reckon.
That's about
I reckon
right.
I was 6.
Nah, I thought
they
they were
weren't
in
in
front.
front.
Frey was in front at half time.
I think it was 5
yeah,
goals to
but
7.
they kicked 6. They missed a few free. Anyway,
It was,
still,
it was
they
a
smacked
shellacking in the second half, but it was always good.
They can't sustain at Richmond. That's it. The kids can't sustain.
But you know what? I've got nothing to say about Richmond in the way that you can't bag them.
No, you can't.
You can't.
There are a bunch of kids having a crack
That's
and
right.
good on
That's
them.
it.
And they've got some good ones, let me tell you.
Yeah, they've got some
and
good
then
ones.
They're not going West Coast way, are
No,
they?
no,
As bad
no.
as bad as Ports.
They're 18 steps ahead of West
Lawler,
Coast.
Law, I can't pronounce
LA
his name.
Law. Just say
LA Law, he didn't play. What was wrong with him? Like, is he injured?
Nah, yeah, he got injured. He got injured. Then
So he's
he got
injured?
Hated that show.
Yeah,
That
I-
opening was
It was a
huge.
crap show.
It was the most scariest.
Was
Put
it?
your ears up. Ooh, LA Law's on.
Okay, so Frio, are they serious? Were they?
Yeah.
Could they have won by 100 today if they
No,
really?
that's about right.
10 goals.
That's about
what
right.
it was. 10 goals, just on 10 goals.
Are
over
they
10 goals.
serious? So I don't know the answer.
Did you go
but I was going to say they beat Richmond, they beat West Coast,
Bulldogs?
and Bulldogs.
Okay, so you can't call it.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I
we
don't
get
know
another-
yet.
We get
Like,
a better idea. Yeah, true.
play a good side. Like they lost to Sydney at home,
Yeah.
one they probably should have won.
How good? Yeah.
I
How good's
don't know.
Tracy on a lead?
I was going to
he's
say,
good, Tracy,
mate.
yeah.
No, what about beautiful? You know, you talk about.
kicking.
You know, you talk about like
Lovely
kicking
kick.
styles. He's got a beautiful set shot technique.
Yeah, he has.
I haven't really got much else to say. Fri Apr
Nah,
in
no,
the end.
Richmond games we can't say much unless they win. We'll pump them up. But I mean,
Yeah.
they're going down that path. That's
Back
it.
at the corridor, Norwood Oval at 3:20. The twilight game, St Kilda 12-10-82. GWS 16-14, 110. This was a gritty.
You know what's amazing about
win by
that?
GWS. I liked it.
You know what's amazing about that? It's that narrow. I don't know what over it was. I saw Gordon Greenidge. He nearly bowled it off the. He didn't even bowl Gordon Greenidge.
No, he didn't.
Joel Garner nearly.
Malcolm Marshall.
No, Joel Garner nearly bowled it off the.
I love how you said it. Go, he didn't really bowl, did he? That's brilliant.
Nah, seriously, mate.
It's okay. It's over for another.
Yeah,
year.
don't worry
It's
about it.
I love GWS. I love the way they
Do
play.
they were home in this game late in the second, early in the third.
Yeah, I agree with
St Kilda
that.
had a crack, and St Kilda don't wear these Guernseys
Ever
ever
again.
again.
Yeah, they're ugly, aren't they?
All right, you're on notice. Same as Gold Coast, both clubs, you're on notice.
And
They were embarrassing Guernseys.
and Ross Lyon don't play like that again. You know who he started with? So Windhager was tagging Toby Bedford.
Yeah.
What are you doing, mate?
Mate,
Come on. They'll
your
play.
mate-
They've been.
Well, Cindy's
going well,
mate
St
was
Kilda.
good.
You know what he said a few weeks ago?
Cindy's mate,
Toby.
Toby. He was
That's
very
what I was
good.
about to bring up. He
He's
goes,
good.
he's finished. Kick 5, I
He's
think.
very good.
What about Finland Callahan?
Finland.
Oh, he's a lovely footballer.
Did you think? Oh, I've gone blank now. You go.
No. I was going to say.
I can't. He's
Having
having
a big show.
He's having a beauty.
I was going to say that they can win the flag.
Carlton, 3 votes.
They can win the flag.
Absolutely.
They can win the flag. I'm
100%.
being serious here.
Absolutely.
You know what? Because they're even on all lines.
they're
and mate, that
strong.
back line and that what's his name, Taylor, mate.
Taylor, the Great Wall of Taylor, as Dwayne Russell calls it.
I love him. He's probably him and Wiedering's number 1 and 2 best defenders. Sorry, but Wiedering, Taylor, and the other guy I'm going to bring up, and I say this every week, Cal Wilkie, mate.
Yeah.
Superb.
He's a star. We know
Yeah.
that.
But anyway, look,
Sharman was good.
Sharman
yeah,
was-
Sharman's good. Mason Wood was actually
yeah, he's-
okay.
yeah.
he's a lot better footballer.
Oh, you just jogged my memory. St Kilda supporters, stop talking about Machito Owens. He's just a player. He probably wouldn't get a game in 10 good sides, I reckon.
Yeah, I agree. He's okay.
Agree.
He's just a player. He's a scrappiest.
There is one
ugly-
player on that side that'll get a game at every other club.
Oh, Wanganeen Miller. Yeah, of course.
How good's he?
He's a star.
He's
Oh, what,
a
Cal Wilkie?
star.
Cal
Nah,
Wilkie?
Cal
Cal
Wilkie
Wilkie
would,
could.
yeah. That's it. But, mate, Machito Owens, I don't know what these St Kilda supporters are on about. You know what it is? Because they're so bad. They've been so bad.
For years.
Yeah, they see a glimpse and they call him stars. He's gonna
Nah,
be a star.
he's a good ordinary player, Jack Dyer.
But if he hasn't
Peter
played,
Bazzasto.
Correct.
He wouldn't get
Oh,
a game
mate,
in
that's
most good
ridiculous.
sides. I'm telling you. Where's he play? What's he do?
I agree. In
Anyway,
some sort of a
just
way.
wanted to say that because I watched him today and I go, what are you doing? 2 kicks to 3/4 time.
But GWS did what they had to do when they had to do it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's a sign of a really good side. Like I said, even spread all over the ground, mate. They're a good football side, mate.
Yep.
Sunday, Adelaide Oval, 7:20 p.m. Port Adelaide versus Hawthorn. So, about this game. The head honchos from Ankle Sore Channel had an emergency board meeting and concluded that this match is just too juicy not to cover. That being said, it's being played as we film this episode, so we will be reviewing it in our Round 6 preview show tomorrow. Watch out for that one. There you have it, our review of Round 5 in the books, almost. Let us know what you thought of Gather Round, and we'll see you in the next one. Later.